Team BDS versus SMPR Esports is going to be a battle to decide who is taking one of those top spots in Europe. I am Stumpy, joined by Cole, and before this series kicks off, the desk, Twitch chat, even Metanora's thinks SMPR don't have much of a chance here, but Cole, there's a player on that team who may well prove instrumental in this series.
Yeah, and as we look at these players with that Swedish flag in our foreground, they all know they are going to be making it there very soon. But that's for the future, and right now is this series here. And yeah, as you mentioned, Stumpy, Archie, the man who for SMPR, since they were top blokes, has been leading the charge, looking like their best player pretty much since they came to be here. And yesterday he was still in that form. He got himself 9 goals and 5 assists in their turnaround versus Evil Geniuses, 93% goal participation. But when BDS are looking as tough and strong and, you know, doing the ugly stuff as well as they are, will Archie be able to get involved? Oh, we don't need to.
Both the series yesterday with these teams had just outstanding performances. BDS 4-0 Vitality. Evil Geniuses looking brilliant, but SMPR still 4-2. Casio starting off the scoring here in this series as well. I straight up see this also going to 6-7 games because I don't see too much separating the teams. There's just not much belief in SMPR at the moment. BDS, we've seen them in these big pressure situations. They have got precedent to fail, and who better to fail against than a team that's got the best win record against them in Europe?
It's happened before as well in Winter Regional 3, I believe, of RLCS. It was top blokes that put BDS down to the lower bracket, where they were then beaten by Queso in the regional, but top blokes won. So they do have precedent of beating BDS at the biggest moments. You know, not as often, well, I guess as often as anybody against Team BDS, because they very rarely lose, and they have started really well here in game number 1 with that early goal from Casio, a player who is criminally underrated as a shooter and a scorer. You know, when he gets those opportunities, he normally sinks them into the back of the net, as we saw there. But now we're seeing, Stumpy, what Team BDS were doing really well yesterday against Vitality, and that is just slowly but surely grinding them down, making it difficult to defend against them. The boost starvation is beginning to occur, but short set of a massive clearance sends BDS back.
BDS just break teams down, as you said. Gregan spotted it earlier as well, where Vitality couldn't put up much of a fight against it. Whatever they were trying, BDS had already worn them down to a point where they were suddenly blunted, and the spear just did not pierce their back line. BDS, though, already conceding 1, and a second goes in. Casio with 2. SMPR go convincingly ahead.
Yeah, the speed there from Archie. There's more goal participation from him. Mark Blaye desperately trying to scrabble back. But Casio had the read on the post. We've seen that right post cause so much trouble for players, even at this level down the line. So you've really got to watch it carefully when it's bouncing off it. And this is the exact start that SMPR wanted. You know, they will know that BDS will be the favorites here. They won't be surprised with the sort of comments that Metanora's was saying. You know, BDS are unbeatable. They would have heard that time and time again. But they have beaten an unbeatable BDS before. Starting like this, no reason they can't today.
Monkey Moon rather, clears over towards that back line. Sure set up to Archie. Tries to go up for that double, but Monkey's able to clear it to the corner. 3 BDS players, though, waiting in the back. No defensive chances being taken. Just wide of that top corner from Casio. Archie nearly with an incredible shot on target as well. This pressure from SMPR is actually starting to break through the BDS back line way more than we saw from Vitality whatsoever yesterday.
It's something we've been seeing more and more of this season. I think it was Evil Geniuses in the Swiss, where Team BDS just could not escape their own half. And after SMPR weathered the BDS storm earlier on, since then, you know, since getting that second goal, it has been all them making the plays. And they're doing really well. The 50-50 game is belonging to them, as an Archie gets another really good one, sending it towards Monkey Moon, and Shorset reaches it. This is better now from BDS. They have managed to play their way out, but I'm just continually impressed by the way SMPR are taking to this. They've been boost-starved once or twice, they've been bumped away, and that was a part of the game they were weak against yesterday against Evil Geniuses, the aggression game. And today they're dealing with it so much better. So everything SMPR are trying is pretty effective.
Well, 3 minutes have gone, still those 2 goals proving massive, both of them from Casio, who in this game as well has been all over the pitch. He was assisted by Archie for just one of those goals, the other one just being a full solo play. And BDS, they have got a chance, just keeps appearing, but the defense proves well so far. Monkey Moon can't get the touchdown to extra, so Mark Blaye has to work his way in. Monkey Moon himself coming off that victory for the Esports Awards as well, earning himself the Controller Rookie of the Year. Woo! And what a year he has had. What a representation for Rocket League that ended up being too.
Yeah, if you organize his results by result, as in, so first place is up top, it is just a sea of gold when you see what Monkey Moon and the rest of BDS have achieved so far. But they're still yet to achieve a gold in 21-22 season. I have to start that going now. Imagine that, going into Sweden with BDS there, having not secured a dub in the first few regionals. You surely won't ever see it, right? But they've got to turn this one around to get started against SMPR, who with 50 seconds left are looking better and more likely to score this third goal. Mark Bayek goes up and sends it as long as he can. He's got 2 players from BDS following it up. Thankfully for them, Monkey Moon was there. He also gets the follow-up, but Archie there with the save. He can't just score, he can also keep the ball out.
As we approach the final 30 seconds, BDS are getting more and more pressure, but they just can't score from it. Monkey Moon keeping his cards close to his chest. Will go above Casio, has boost, goes for the flip reset, round the top corner. Extra with a shot on target, but Shortset staying so clear and hard stuck on that back line.
Monkey Moon booms that one long. Extra is desperate for it, but Casio, what a performance from him in this first game. Again, wasn't mentioned at all throughout when talking about SMPR. It was all Archie, but it's not just the Archie show. Shortset gets it over the top of one. Here is Archie. He can't quite get around that one to put it in, but Casio's just going to let it roll. And with 3 seconds left, SMPR show the game management. Casio shows the composure. Then Shortset shows the save. And it is going to be SMPR 1, BDS 0.
Brilliant start for SMPR there, just taking the ball to BDS, not being afraid of whatever pressure they're going to be able to put on. So SMPR, great start to this series, shutting down BDS, and look at all of those orange bars being filled up on our stat sheet, all going the way of SMPR near enough. There was literally one demo in that game, so BDS, you win this round. Great start for SMPR. 3 more, they go through to those grand finals against an incredibly hot-looking endpoint. But for now, BDS, it feels harsh to sort of say to them they haven't shown up what they can do for, this entire 21-22 season. They have still confirmed they're going to LAN. They've still done an incredible job, but getting those wins, it's what BDS do, and it's what we would expect them to do as well.
Yeah, I mean, when you're Team BDS, you have to do more than just get to finals. You have to win them. And as soon as they were beaten by Endpoint in fairly commanding style in that first regional, suddenly that massive question mark was put over the top of Team BDS, which they are still working hard to scrub away from above them, saying, no, we don't want a question mark going to Sweden. We want a big old exclamation mark. Everybody terrified of us. The SMPR Esports showing no terror against Team BDS right now. That was a terrifying moment. But Casio yet again was on hand when SMPR needed him just to get that ball away and keep it at 0-0 at the start of game 2.
Casio's also rocking that gorgeous SMPR decal, as is Shortset as he comes out. It's so nice. That gold, the black and the white lines on it too. If anybody wants to get these awesome esports decals, go to the shop. You need to invest and support your favorite teams. As Archie's going to try and set himself up for a solo play. Monkey Moon with a miss as well. Bit iffy on that back line. That's now Shortset rotating round the left-hand side. Leaves it open for Archie. Can he get that central? Isn't able to. And marked by it in his very classic Octane. Double commit from BDS. Leaves it a 1v1 with Shortset, but not enough boost. Falls to Archie. Mark Bayek clear into the corner. And the instant pressure from SMPR forces BDS onto their back foot.
Yeah, SMPR are dealing with the BDS squeeze so well. I sort of want to see BDS try and slow the ball down a little bit themselves and go solo. Just try and shake things up a little bit, because right now infield passes aren't really working. The 50-50 game is falling more to SMPR, and the territory game for sure. We're playing the game much more on the blue half than the orange half, which is still rare against Team BDS. It's happening less, as I mentioned earlier, as other teams improve, but they still expect to have dominance around the field. And then when they are caught cold, Team BDS suddenly they're having to half flip backwards, chase the ball, and that's why SMPR are looking so dangerous. So just keep hold of that ball for a second, let your flare players get involved. I want to see Extra going for something solo, but first he has to save it. Archie almost nipped in there to give SMPR yet another lead.
What a lovely pre-jump save that ended up being too. Archie with a chance for another shot as well, saving these out all on that back line, not being able to shut them down before they materialize into a shot in the end as well. So BDS having to stop them at the last possible second. That's why these saves look so impressive. Chance, though, for Extra to push up towards that other end. Monkey Moon finally outspeeding an opponent, but Shortset on his line clears it up high. And at this point, BDS, they very, very rarely concede counter-attack goals, and it's what they do best. They can counter-attack to an incredible degree, and I don't want them to fall prey to having that impatience of, we've not scored for a little while now. We need to get a goal soon. Keep playing, make sure you are staying safe at the back, because BDS, as soon as they spot an opening, they will thread that needle.
I'm also seeing a frustrating lack of bumps and demos from Team BDS, because against Evil Geniuses, when SMPR were struggling yesterday, it was when they were going for those clatters off the pitch. BDS seemed to be a little bit passive in that regard, you know, rotating out, stealing boost really well. They're not getting those little touches on their opponents. That's a better one there from Monkeyman on Cassio, but Cassio does get the clearance. As far as Mark by 8, Shaw sets up there really quickly, keeping the pressure on Team BDS. Archie sweeping from left to right. There's a boost grab as well, all the way back from Cassio, who hasn't been as involved in this second game. It's been quite a quiet one, I think, from all these players. Lots of neutral territory play. Who's going to be the first to break things down?
Awkward touch.
Short set high. It was a little bit awkward for Monkey Moon, but he did pretty well with it.
It was awkward set up from Mark by 8, where it ended up going midfield, and then it fell directly to Short set. As Mark tries to then knock Archie away from that ball as well, but Extra saving onto his flip will get his contact instead. A much lower scoring series than our other semi-finals, something I'm very happy about in terms of our predictions that we made earlier on. Those 15 points will be mine, and that shot for Archie is going to break the deadlock with 90 seconds left. BDS fall behind again, and SMPR solo plays into passes are their bread and butter.
Yeah, I mean, Achieves was saying on the desk, he wants to see Shawset getting involved, breaking out the old Fennec and bipping it past the BDS players. Well, 2 BDS players were bipped past there, and Archie was the very grateful recipient. He can almost get another one straight off the kickoff there, but just about read by a BDS player. That's better now from Mark by 8, being outpaced. Our Team BDS often. Monkey Moon going for balls that he's missing. BDS looking very shaken. Somebody needs to slow this ball down. Surely this isn't going in. It is going in. And all of SMPR's hard work in an instant is taken away.
How does Extra have that vision? I thought that touch was dreadful, and yeah, he's turned it around.
Good.
If anything, I still think that was a bad touch because it ended up bringing in, theoretically a bad touch, but it brought in the attackers further up than they would have been if Extra got a good touch. He has taken full advantage of that situation and turned it round completely. Big brain plays from Extra. Might be able to shoot high. Can he get a second goal from it? Not quite. But evening things up towards the end of game number 2.
BDS now have the bit between their teeth, and SMPR have to be incredibly careful that they don't let this game begin to run away from them, because it can happen so fast when you are against these players. But Chaussette dribbling the ball is exactly what SMPR need. Cassio's going high, but Monkey Moon has the defending. BDS looking a lot better, a lot quicker, and a lot stronger. Mark by 8 now is winning these races, and the boost starve is starting to happen, but Monkey Moon did miss that one in the middle. Then Extra misses the ball as well, so more odd play from Team BDS. SMPR won't be able to take too much advantage of it. The ball just slows down in the center, but with 30 seconds left, I mean, the onus on this one is being wrestled between the two of them. It's tough to see which way it's going.
I mean, that first goal in this entire series coming in game number 2 for BDS may well bring us an overtime as well, as Shawset takes to the air. 2 players, ends up spiking it low on the edge. Well, Archer with a shot on target. Extra to clear it away from that back wall. 10 seconds ticking down. Cassio spots Shawset, spots the net. But what a save from Monkey Moon to clear it away. But SMPR, this unrelenting attack. Cassio with 1 and not the double. Finally Extra to clear it away as that touches the floor. Overtime, game 2.
Extra decided to put the ball down there instead of keeping it up. It's had great success keeping up at 0 seconds so far this event, but not to be against SMPR with the way they are playing and the quality they're showing even at 0 seconds. Archie, beautiful catch and flick. Follows it up again, but Monkey Moon just slows things down. Chaussette still has Archie there. He finds him in the corner. The linking touch is there, but marked by 8. He saw what was coming and got the ball away incredibly well. In
overtimes, BDS are dominant across Europe. They are sitting in this tournament an 80% win rate compared to SMPR's 33% win rate. You would fancy BDS's chances here, but in this series, SMPR have looked absolutely brilliant versus the typical titans of Europe.
Yeah, to me, SMPR by a pretty large margin have been the better team so far in this one, but all it takes is 1 overtime loss and suddenly those foundations are completely and utterly rocked. This could be the start of that loss. Extra shoots. Cassio saves it. It's a good save as well, sending the ball high, but look at Chaussette, trapped in the goal just for a second with his teammate. Might make things difficult boost-wise. Archie was up using every single bit of boost that he had in his tank to get that one away. It was desperate. Suddenly SMPR looking shaky. Extra flicks it up for Monkey Moon, but Cassio coming in from the side slows that attack right down.
I felt how nervous Extra was then when he went for that attack. So he had no boost, but he couldn't really do too much with it. And Monkey Moon had a good idea to follow up to then try and go for that high play as Extra wasn't able to get there. But Cassio relinquishing control of that ball just leaves Extra onto that solo play where he finally does have boost. Mark to continue attacking on that BDS side. Cassio to Archie, back to the midfield towards the net, but just a touch wide. poking at each other's halves right now, are these two.
Pretty little passes from Semper there, but the shot at the end never really was going to do too much damage with the BDS goalkeeper there, ready and waiting. That's better there. A couple of demos coming in. That's what we want to see. Archie and Extra on each other as well. Makes us a temporary 2v2. They both had time to spawn. And we can just begin to go again. A very passive overtime. But it does seem like bumps and demos seem to be the way to unlock the door. Who's going to be the first to turn that key?
A demo for Cassio on Extra. Leaves Chaussette just in the midfield. He can't attack it, though, as he finds himself as third man. Monkey Moon onto that, Rookie of the Year position. Isn't able to get a goal this time, so Chaussette off the back wall. Flips, carries on with the ball alongside Archie onto that back line. Sees marked by 8, just having to clear it past midfield again. And a couple of floating balls so far where nobody wants to commit into the midfield position to gain territory.
Yeah, just not quite the boost that he wanted, but that is the pass that he wanted. There's a save there from Chaussette. Mark tries to keep the attack going, but no one is there yet again for Team BDS. So Archie can just boom that ball away. And when you're 2 minutes and 40 seconds into overtime and things are going against you, the booming clear is sometimes exactly what you need to do to pick up the boost and go again. That's what Semper have given themselves. Chaussette just nibbling at Extra as he goes out. Cassio tries to get a pass towards Archie. He can take a touch, but not do too much with the ball at first. It was clever, but it wasn't red. And now Team BDS can launch something marked by 8 to the corner, but it's only as far as Cassio.
I anticipated Chaussette to move in on that ball from Archie, but I think Archie wanted to continue with the solo play, and so Chaussette didn't feel comfortable carrying on going for it himself. But both teams so far securing securing this 1-1 scoreline, as it has been shots on either side.
More shots, I'm sure, will be raining in pretty soon. There's a demo marked by 8 on Archie. Every time I see one coming in, I just think something's going to open up, but the defending from the 2 remaining players has been so good. Now Chaussette with the dribbling. Extra, could he have faked him there? Not quite. Archie shoots. This could be the moment. Monkey Moon saves. Sends it out wide well. Cassio can't keep it going. And now potentially it's BDS's turn, but don't Chaussette they're getting involved yet again. Monkey Moon clears it long. These touches from Team BDS, so important to keep them in it, but so risky, because one that's misplaced to a Semper player, and they're going to come straight back at you.
BDS have intercepted so many passes from Semper so far, but the double commit leaves that net wide open. Archie has to shoot it on target, and he does. 2-0. Forbidden Temple is yet another victory on the side of Semper. That double commit, though, that's not one for the highlight reel.
That was a quad commit. There were 2 players from each team. They've just charged into that one. One of those goals that the slow motion replay does not do you any justice as well. Makes it look even worse. But SMPR Esports, they will not care one iota. They take their 2-0 lead in the series, and Team BDS, they take their tactical timeout.
It's a time that we always say, go down by 2, then take your time out there. If you time out a 3, suddenly you find yourselves on series point and you've got that pressure mounted up. They at least have one insurance game to measure up what they want to do. And if it does end up going wrong, they can change it up again. But BDS looking worried. Monkey Moon he's got a bit of a tell. When stuff goes wrong, it's hands on his face. And he's just done that. He's just thinking, and I'm sure the rest of the team are, we need to earn this #1 spot in the tournament. That gives us the best chances at the LAN, at the major, over in Stockholm. The further down you finish, you're still going to Stockholm, but your journey could be so different.
Yeah, that's what Coach K will be saying to his players right now, that there is still so much riding on this. You have to start to make these teams be terrified of you again, as we were saying earlier. Because right now, SMPR Esports, I mean, they're not cruising, but they do look fairly comfortable. We have to remember, this is the Team BDS attack they are up against. And in 10 minutes plus of Rocket League, they have conceded just 1 goal and looked pretty decent in defense while doing so as well. So it's a really tough team talk there for Kale. Meanwhile, Semper, they're not relaxed. You know, Archie is
got
definitely...
the can open. He struggled yesterday to open that can, and he ended up going for the water instead. So I'm happy that he succeeded today. Good on him.
Well done, Chaussette. And I feel like Archie is winning the battle of the pink backgrounds against Mark by 8 as well. They're both there sort of enveloped in pink light, but it's giving Archie more power than it is his opponent. Look at Cassio, he's falling asleep. He's meditating. It's
because he's in a beige room. Of course he's falling asleep. Have a bit more inspired decor. That's a French word for you, Cassio. Maybe try and use it, all right?
Wow.
Semper, brilliant stuff from them, though, so far. They go up 2-0 in this series. They concede a runaway goal. Then they score that on that quad commit out 4 minutes in the game. It was just good game management, as far as I'm concerned, from Semper. They did a very good job managing that overtime, and they made sure that, as far as I can think, both sides, realistically, there was the occasional good shot on target, but neither wanted to really commit into the midfield to then have the three-man push down into then the opposition half. It came down to a silly error from BDS, but we did see them double commit earlier on, and they find themselves 2-0 down in the series, and SMPR beginning to romp.
Meanwhile, Team Endpoint will be watching this one. If BDS lose this one, they are locked in for #1 seeds for EU. So they will have their SMPR hats on, as Vitality did yesterday, putting themselves on, as we were saying the other day, a lot of Christmas card lists. But that's a better start there for Team BDS. That's the pace, the speed, the aggression we need from them. Didn't lead to a goal, but it's making SMPR look shaken. SureSet saves it to keep them in it, but this is what BDS do so well. Monkey Moon with the flip reset. Haven't seen anything from him as a solo player so far today. That was the closest we've come. That's a much better look for this team.
Whenever BDS have a timeout, they always come and immediately go on that attack. They take the front foot and then they instantly try and just assail the opposition as hard and as fast as they can. That's exactly what they're doing again, and it has got very, very good results historically.
They definitely look like they've upped the pace, and that seems to be what was said in that tactical timeout, which makes perfect sense because they were just a little bit slow to the ball a lot of times. Monkey Moon, another clean shot. He's getting way too much of the ball by SMPR standards. Mark Bay have a couple of touches. It's dunked away by Archie. And Monkey Moon can almost go solo again, but his touch lets him down for once. Extra has to clean up versus Casio. So still not perfectly there, but the theory looks better to me for Team BDS.
Yeah, they're definitely putting on a different showing in this third game because ultimately they need to. SMPR had them completely red. It's just now on SMPR to make sure that they are able to deal with the newfound pressure and confidence that BDS are showing. Mark Bayer attempting that ground pinch, Monkey Moon onto that wall pinch, but both of them snuffed out. Archer double commits on with Castillo, and Eggs just sends it high. SureSet has to clear it away. Is able to get to that ball first, is falling, but with nobody's to carry on, and then falls to Monkey Moon to get that flip reset. Can't do it. Great demos from Mark Bayer on that back line, though. Clears it down as a 1v2. Mark Bayer able to shoot. Oh, nearly a goal coming out, but Archie and Casio returning to the front to save it away.
If SMPR can survive this barrage, they will believe that they can achieve anything in this series because the ball has been all Team BDS as it still is. Monkey Moon to the backboard, it's going to fall, but what a read. Boostless by Casio. SureSet and Archie are queuing up to clear that ball away. Archie desperate for the second touch just to send the ball back to that BDS half. He somehow found himself on the ceiling, so might be able to flip into the ball there. He's not quite able to do that, but at least now they have a little bit of territory and pressure. Can they do anything with it themselves? Archie's going to keep this attack going. SMPR have done so well to steady that ship, but BDS just keep on coming when they're playing in this way.
It's half the game gone so far, and what a rocket touch onto that backboard. The tip over the top finds the opposite backboard this time. Half of that game gone, and it just comes down to another little error or a miraculous outplay. We see that frequently where two teams are so headlocked that there's nothing separating them. You need a little bit of magic to fall either side.
Oh, there's a win there from Archie, but there will be some good defending from Monkey Moon. There's a demo, though. This is going straight in. Is it no extra? He did manage to see that demo was happening and just about managed to head back to his goal. But now we are seeing Team BDS go more solo, but the speed from SMPR, they are closing them down so quickly. This is where I want to see some fakes from Team BDS because SMPR, I think, predicted they were going to come out hard with these solo plays. It is working for them. Oh! There's a shot into the corner from Archie. Casio doesn't quite fall for him.
That was such a close chance again for SMPR as well. The Monkey Moon trying to attack that backside of the pitch, not giving any time to SMPR to get any clears away, but Archie somehow still manages it. Sorry, Casio rather. Touch up high from Archie. Touchdown wide from him as well. As soon as it starts to rain, it pours on the offense.
Monkey Moon is setting up Archie, actually, for a solo play there. Off the ceiling he goes. Forces SureSet goes to the ceiling as well. Wanted to get some power on the ball right now as SMPR. Not quite falling for them. Not quite able to take those controlled dribbles that they were earlier. Archie's little double tap is read really easily by Monkey Moon. Surely BDS finally take the lead here. They do. 1 minute and 3 seconds left. And Monkey Moon gives BDS the lead for the first time this series.
Potentially confidence-inspiring as he finds that net utterly open on the back line. SureSet, and I believe it was Casio, bumping each other on the attempted return to defend it away from one of the best players this game has seen. Great start. Great end to this game for BDS as it's a new position they found themselves in, which is something we do not say often.
It looks like the BDS players have been on an emotional journey in this game, just throwing everything at SMPR, non-stop for 4 minutes. Finally, they've earned their rewards. They could double up here with a decent dunk, and Archie, but brilliant defending from him. Mark storms in, but it's a very neutral 50-50 there. Extra is the man who gets it in the end. He shoots,
so
and
clever.
he gets it, and Team BDS are well and truly back.
That's so clever. That's genius. That's so good. He has to push Casio to go for the touch on the shot, because that can go, quite frankly, anywhere. As soon as he lofts it a bit, Casio has to respect it. He goes high because it's so close to going into that top corner. He then manages to read that awkward crossbar touchdown and goes below Casio as he returns to the ground. That is so smart, and the 2-0 lead, well earned for BDS.
Yeah, utterly deserved. I mean, they've come out absolutely storming into game number 3, but SMPR, maybe they can get themselves back in it. There's a freebie for Archie. 17 seconds left. It's not over yet.
Opening the scoring, Archie, the biggest player for SMPR, manages to get that first goal right in the middle of the net as well. Completely open, splashes his way into a little bit of confidence potentially. In 17 seconds, BDS have to hold out.
Can they do it? It's a good kickoff for Team BDS, but Chaussette stealing that boost does send BDS back and allows SMPR to come forward. Archie in that corner trying to close down Monkey Moon. The ball pings its way all the way towards Casio. They're desperate for something to nip in. Is that going straight in? Wow.
Oh my God.
What a pinch that was from Casio. They come again with the infield pass. Mark by 8 sends it high. We're at 0-second territory here, and the ball is going to land. Team BDS get there first and get themselves on the scoreboard.
What an inspiring timeout that must have been from Coach Kale, because that is a win for BDS that I did not see them getting previously. Archie, though, still with 677 points in that game, despite only getting 1 goal, outpointing everybody on Team BDS. Unbelievable performance from him, still showing how impressive he is as a player, even in a losing position. But BDS, that may well be the game that turns this entire series on its head.
I mean, that seems to be the pace that Team BDS always used to have against their opponents throughout the entire series. The way that SMPR Esports are looking now and the cohesion they have as a team, I'm not sure Team BDS can look that dominant pace-wise as this series go on. SMPR definitely have another gear, and they can certainly suppress Team BDS more than they did there. But I think it's fair to say, Stumpy, that BDS, they shocked SMPR with the turn of pace that they showed there, and they just have to continue mixing things up and continue surprising SMPR.
I mean, BDS went back to what BDS do. They went aggressive. They went hard on their opposition. They wore them down. They grinded out a couple of goals. And that is what ended up being the deciding factor in that game. There was a demo on the back line for SMPR, which then opened it up once, but then BDS went full lockdown mode. They did not let anything else through. 1 game earned back for BDS, cutting down their deficit by half. It's going to be a big fight back for them, but if Monkey Moon has anything to say about it, they're going to be getting the dub on Utopia.
First off, don't say the word lockdown with Sweden on the horizon, Stumpy. Secondly, what a start that was in this game as well for Team BDS. Monkey Moon just showing his pace. The 3 SMPR players that were there couldn't do anything about it at all. And Team BDS have done what they needed to do to keep that momentum going to game 4. And let's get the early goal.
It's only 10 seconds gone as well, and BDS done exactly what they fancied. Archie, though, receiving a pass from Casio, isn't able to get 1 touch. Casio up for the 1-2 and the 3 for sure set. That French connection looking stylish.
I feel like there are about 4 more touches than there needed to be there. I thought Casio would score here. He didn't, but then sure set, Monkey Moon, sure set, post, goal, 1-1. Everything happening in front of the Team BDS goal, and eventually the ball finding its way into it for SMPR to even up pretty quickly. So I feel like that's an important goal for their mentality, because it did just seem that things were starting to slip away from them just a little bit. Still might. Oh, still might. Here's Mark by 8, but it's well saved by Casio, who's got the boost to go up for this ball. It's Chaussette, and he beats all BDS players to the ball. So things can just slow down for a second, and I think that SMPR are okay with that.
140 seconds gone as well, and 2 goals flying in, the quickest goals we've seen so far in this series, as Mark by 8 on his backboard, tries to get in midfield. But look at that pre-jump from Chaussette. Turns on it immediately. Casio beats out Extra, trying to get that ball out of the side of BDS, but Archie steals the boost, goes high, has a flip still on the table. Extra getting a pinch towards the side. Chaussette turning in midfield. Can Casio win that fight? No. BDS with a hit long, but Archie back well in time, able to clear that one away. No second goal for BDS just yet. Extra with the pass. Archie and Casio, though, both double committing. This ball stays high. SMPR find themselves in trouble, but no BDS players continuing on the push.
Yeah, I think that boost was a little bit low. They realized that if they'd be going for that one, it would just be putting themselves at risk of conceding another breakaway goal, as they did in overtime of game 2. So decided to go against it. Team BDS mixing up the pace as we requested. Extra slows things down again. Past Archie, over the top of Casio, but also sadly over the top of the goal. That's going to try and stay solid behind that one, but it's BDS now that seem to be winning these 50-50s and coming away with the ball as well. So SMPR have to make the most of their boost, do everything they can with it to boom this ball away. But look at the clearances, not as strong as they once were. And if the ball is just finding a blue player, they're going to come straight back at you. The defending can be as good as you want it to be, but they have to do better with the clearance.
2 minutes gone in the game. Still utterly even Stevens as well, where we saw BDS taking that early lead. And it looked like they were going to be able to get a couple more goals on their way through as well. But Extra picks up a little bit of boost to aid him on that solo journey. Monkey Moon up for 1 and 2 players commit towards him just to keep it away. Casio with that 100 boost grab as well as he falls on top of it. Pushes him into a great chance to score, but Extra clearing it away. Marked by 8, alleviating all pressure that he can from that BDS net. He's able to get that ball just over that halfway line. Archie battling Extra onto the ceiling though. Archie cleverly turning away, faking Extra into giving pressure back to SMPR, but still can't get the ball clear.
Yeah, it's just BDS sending the ball left, sending it right, trying to break through and give themselves that one chance that they need. But double commits like that won't work, but Extra, what a touch that was! Chaussette saved Casio there because 2 of his teammates absolutely taken for fools with that extra touch. Not the first time in this series. Chaussette saves again on the goal line. Mark Bayet is coming up. The time may be running out for SMPR in this defensive passage. That's such an important touch from Archie to Casio.
There's just so much attack coming in from BDS as well. Manages to get the ball into very, very good scoring positions, but SMPR clearing it away brilliantly every single time. Just so swift in their defense. Marbella up onto that ramp on the ceiling. Only finds Archie, finds Casio, finds net, finds the lead.
The team, they just do not mind defending for minutes at a time. When they get their chance, they are going to take it. It was Archie's massive clearance, and Casio, he got the huge call from Archie. Stay, turn, I've got this clean, you'll have an open goal, and he's not going to miss from there.
Cracking positioning as well from Casio to get into just such an attacking position when ultimately SMPR were firmly on defense. So much trust in his teammates, and it pays dividends. As now Casio has to find himself defending. Monkey Moon shot on target. Archie pre-jumping, no respect onto what Monkey Moon can offer.
It's just brilliant, brilliant, brilliant defense here from SMPR. Can BDS break them down? It looks like they need something special yet again to do so. It was almost there from that touch from Extra earlier. Monkey Moon tries something similar, but he just can't get past Casio. Yeah, exactly. Casio, the brick wall, not letting Monkey Moon go anywhere. Then Archie beating Mark Bayet to the ball as well. BDS, they're just not having it fall for them. They need to try something different to break things up because wherever they go, there's a SMPR player there. Maybe it's there, the bump, but somehow Archie still manages to fall in the way of the ball. Saved again with 45 seconds left.
Lands on it perfectly, fortifies his net, knows that this is their chance to go towards that series point. 30 seconds now, ticking down agonizingly for BDS. Only one game win for them. Chaussette and Archie want to link up to make it even harder for them to work back from. Extra high up on that left-hand side. Challenges with Chaussette, bounces midfield. Casio can't get his nose to the ball, but Archie, a gorgeous touch up. It's just BDS. They need to push. They need something soon.
Yeah, it's looking like it's not going to happen. Mark Bayet's demo on Casio won't achieve anything because Monkey Moon is still trapped in his corner. Chaussette is just looking at him, staring him in the eyes, saying, where are you going to go? Try whatever you want, mate. I've got you covered. I'm going to block you away. The 1-goal lead that we have is more than enough. Unless, will the ball fall to a BDS player here? It might. Monkey Moon gets a touch. That should have been killed there by Casio. But it is killed by Archie, and it is 3-1 in goals and games in the series to SMPR.
1 goal apiece on SMPR just describes how perfect their attacking play has been so far. Yet another win spread across the entire team, and still Archie sitting neatly at the front of that terrifying squad. 639 points this time. He's had, I believe, over 600 points in every single game he has played so far, that they have played ultimately so far. SMPR looking nigh unbeatable, I feel.
I mean, I feel like Archie may be approaching some of the best average score as in-game points that we have seen certainly throughout the RLCS X era. When he's above 600 pretty much every single game, I can't think of too many individual performances that have matched that. Especially as he's not exactly scoring all of the SMPR goals. He's got plenty, don't get me wrong, but all of his points aren't necessarily coming from goals. They're coming from assists. They're coming from huge booming clearances and saves. Just everything you can do to get yourself involved in the play. Archie is there at the heart of it for SMPR Esports. And as for Team BDS, Stumpy, I mean, I reckon for them, that was the most frustrating loss because they did pretty much everything right there. They just couldn't find that final pass or that final touch.
BDS looked pretty strong in that game, but the issue is SMPR looking even stronger. And now on Wasteland, it is a chance for SMPR to lay waste to the team that are attempting to relive their glory days of RLCS X. Immediate shots coming on target for SMPR. It's not going to be an easy one for them to win.
Archie puts that one into the center. Could be an early lead here for SMPR. And it is sure set. What a finish. Better than it needed to be. He chain dashes in celebration.
Supersonic sure set sees Archie give him the ball in the midfield onto an open net. Top bins is sniped. The early lead for SMPR is inspirational. BDS, you can't feel like you're down and out now. You need to keep pushing. They've been in these hard situations before, but a semi-finals loss is not where they want to be finishing right before they head off to Stockholm.
They'll be able to cause some more chances themselves, I'm sure, but the way SMPR are defending, they need just something really clear-cut, and it's just not happening. Monkey Moon leaves it for Extra in his own corner. Mark is taken out of the way by Cassio. There's a 50-50 in the air. This is so dangerous. He's beaten to the ball. Cassio's winning it cleanly. 2-0 SMPR, who are leaving it with a canter.
BDS are just struggling on this defense so frequently. They're being outsped by SMPR going for not necessarily simple plays, but just the most practical solution that they can think to the problem that is arising right in front of their eyes. Such a brilliant start from them. BDS, they need to think of something else. You can't be missing those balls, Monkey Moon. You need to be so much stronger on the offensive side. Defense really has to come first for them because SMPR, they're just tearing through. They are pulverizing them at every chance.
I was wrong earlier on as well when I said that it was up to Endpoint or BDS to win first. No, Dignitas still well up there, rooting against Team BDS right now to get first themselves. But BDS have just brought themselves right back into this one, and it's from this speed from Extra.
Brilliant touch as well. Just cutting across those back two players means that SMPR are suddenly caught with their trousers down, and they can't get an easy save. Cutting that lead in half is going to prove vital in this game. But Archie, up for one. Does he double it in? He goes for the fake, and Cassio is there instead. That is selfless. That is inspired. That is SMPR.
Archie realized that if he got the touch, he was only going to send it high above the goal and the chance would be lost. That is SMPR, because the comms for that moment must have been so good. Every instinct in Archie's body, in his little pink bedroom, would have been saying, hit the ball a second time, score it. You have to score, you're against Team BDS. But he hears the call from Cassio, and he manages to listen to it. But again, they still haven't won it now. Team BDS coming back strong. They've definitely woken up. Mark goes around the back. Monkey Moon, beautiful pass into the center, but Archie is there. Extra shoots only against Archie, and Cassio sends it long. This might be attack v defense for the last 3 minutes, Stumpy.
Needs to have more attack coming out, though, from BDS. Outstanding pass from Monkey Moon. Receives it high, sends it low. Marked by 8 to tap it in. But that pre-flip onto the double touch, onto then the backboard, round the side of Cassio. That is the BDS that we have seen win championships and tournaments throughout the last 18 months. Now it is time for them to continue attacking SMPR and break them down. Monkey to Extra this time, not ending in a goal.
Still, SMPR defending it so well. The infield pass is read so quickly by these players. The demo will open things up. Monkey Moon's desperate to get that ball, but Archie won't let him. And then as well, Archie also sends the ball away. So doing more than just bumping on the way out, then getting the ball, then somehow giving himself a chance for a double tap. More sublime work from Archie. He has a chance to shoot now, could end it into the top, but it's just over the bar.
Approaching half-time, sees Shaw set down in that back right corner, fakes out Extra entirely. Has to call Mark by 8 in to assist him in getting that ball away as well. Archie playing now Disruption. If only Demos awarded points, that man would have thousands, I'm sure. Cassio nearly getting one touch. Shaw set with the shot on target, but Monkey Moon saving it away. Mark by 8 to clear long. Extra doesn't even attempt to go up for that because Archie, he read that happening, and the free jump blocks out BDS yet again.
Really important touch there from Chaussette to keep things going for his team. There's a bump opportunity here from Chaussette again. Extra looked like he was being targeted there from him, but he managed to survive. Another shot flying in. Shots from both teams, so many. We've already seen 5 saves from Monkey Moon alone for Team BDS. Might need another. Chaussette with 1 touch, then a second one. Wants to get this one in the danger zone, but Archie's just a little bit too close to the play, getting a little bit keen and insistent. But wait a minute, what a touch that was. Chaussette can score, but no, it's saved. Save number 6 from Monkey Moon. BDS surviving, but running out of time to score the goal they need, especially if Chaussette gets in this angle, and he does it. Semper maybe have won it right there.
Superb Chaussette, sending that right on target. Monkey Moon sitting idle in the net, having no idea what is coming his way, reluctant to commit. 4 goals to 2 in favor of Semper. A gigantic score coming in this game. It is a scary time right now because you need to hold on to it, and BDS, they are going to be at full throttle. Monkey Moon to shoot, Monkey Moon to score.
It is never that easy against Team BDS. You say you have a 2-goal lead, it's all looking good. They never take too long to halve it. Monkey Moon gets his pace back and gets his read back and sends that one into the bottom corner of the goal. We are, of course, gonna have a grandstand finish to this game. If Semper want to win this, they're gonna have to do it the hard way. Monkey Moon shoots again, it's over the top. Archie can't read it. Here's marked by 8. Saved by Chaussette. Is this gonna be put in? Monkey Moon eventually puts it in, and we have parity.
A hard-fought equalizer coming in the form of Saviour Monkey Moon. Chaussette nearly with a worldie of a save, but BDS are never down and out for too long. 80 seconds separating them between being knocked out and having our first split without a BDS win in any of the regional events, or them still fighting and being in contention.
Oh, there's a chance. Archie didn't realize how clean he'd have that one. A rare miss on the back for Team BDS, especially the way they've suddenly started playing since going those 2 goals behind. And the ball just slows down. So does time seem to as well, until Mark by 8 gets it under his clutches. And he shoots the quick-fire shot against Chaussette. Chaussette was reading it. And then from the side was Archie, who can still always keeps control, Archie. His recoveries, one of the best recovering players in EU. No way! Wow, if that's the winner, that is a 1 in a million challenge there from Mark by 8.
I mean, he has to go in for the confident play. Manages to get it away from Chaussette. And the fact that it ends up going on the empty net is something that we prophesized earlier with Semper. You can't leave it open at the back, no matter the low chances. But BDS fighting so hard to come back into this game. They now lead by 1. They have a chance for it not to end here. With 38 seconds left, BDS, suddenly they're in a position where they need to hold.
Don't count out Semper yet. They've already got 4 in this game. Still plenty of time for a 5th, especially with the ball going off the backboard like that. Cassio can take a touch. Not the best one, though. A Monkey Moon sends it Mark by 8's way. Semper still finishing this one the stronger. Chaussette wants to win this race against Monkey Moon, but doesn't quite. But the touches from Semper, that's more like it. What we expect to see from them, but they just can't get the ball to roll in front of the net. Now Team BDS showing that they can defend belligerently as well. Extra wants to send this one as a chancer for a shot, but the game seems to be ticking away, Stumpy.
It's the final second, and now BDS, as the ball touches the floor, secure the game on Wasteland. Semper were 4-2 up. They need to be able to hold those leads if they're going to win this Grand Prix. It is going to be hard. BDS are going to make life even harder for them. That is a crucial fight back for BDS, though.
850 points for Monkey Moon. Like, this is why this guy is winning awards. He steps up 6 saves. Yeah, I just remembered all the way back at the start of Wasteland, we were talking about how he was making quick saves. Then it turned into goals. He also got himself an assist. Just a ridiculous individual performance. And we do understandably have a Semper timeout.
It's a good time to do it as well, because Semper need to make sure that they don't take that loss too hard. They need to know that, yeah, guys, we're still in the lead. Please don't worry about it. It's still well in our hands. The opportunity to take the win here is still on. It's still on us. We aren't just going to be collapsing and falling now to BDS. But that is exactly what BDS want. They want them to question themselves. They want them to just slow down a bit. Because right now, or until that game, they were utterly outsped. And they were making sure that every touch was going Semper's way. Suddenly, BDS have turned it on. They've doubled their car speed, seemingly. And it is Neo Tokyo potentially to send SMPR through, or for BDS to grant us, with all of their wisdom, a Game 7.
Yeah, Kale has casted a magic spell in the last tactical timeout, and I am curious what Rams is currently saying to his SMPR Esports team right there. Is it more of the same? Is it mixing anything up? To me, SMPR don't really change a thing. If you've just scored 4 goals against Team BDS, you are going to win the game 95% of the time. In fact, until that last game, neither team had lost a game this season having scored 4 goals. So losing that one was absolutely an anomaly. But you know what I mean. They are hoping to not concede 5 going forward in Neo Tokyo.
Also, just a 9-goal thriller. Like, suddenly, it was like sort of KG, 2-0, 2-1, 2-1, 3-1. Oh, and then we're going to have 9 goals in that game. With the comeback, that short set goal is spectacular. I can't wait to watch the Monkey Moon pass that comes down as well. That's one of my favorite goals throughout all of this, where he just had the wherewithal to still go for that pass after being like bumped into the ball. He lands on it awkwardly, and he has to go for the full improvisation. He does it, and that is what BDS are able to do. Neo Tokyo is now the arena where SMPR are fighting to go through to those grand finals. They may well be confirmed for 4th place to go through to the major regardless, but they want that victory and to steal it away from a very eager BDS at that.
Yeah, there's no signs at all that either team is reining it in, knowing they've already achieved what they set out to do at the start of this season, because until they're winning absolutely everything, competitors at the top of their scene like this, they are never satisfied. And Extra, maybe he's satisfied with that one.
There's no way. Extra taking that first touch and then prepping to go for the ground pinch under Archie to the side of the final defender as well. Oh, that is the Extra that we have grown to know and love over the last 18 months. He is back on fire. That defense is certainly terrified, because that is what BDS can do.
Yeah, I mean, he was the one who was looking most likely to step up in a solo capacity earlier on, and that seems to be the end of that particular storyline of the Extra will score a solo goal at some point storyline. But only 30 seconds in, the goals have been flying in recently. SMPR have got a few of their own as well, but it's another tough start for them, and they find themselves behind again. And these are when the questions will start to come in of, we're playing so well, but BDS, they're just playing that little bit better now.
Great chance for Archie to go to the ceiling. Heads up high with 40 boost as well. Can he have a dream? Not quite, as Casio can still receive it off the backboard. That's one touch, but one touch too far as Monkey with 0 boost can clear it away. Backboard though, Seashore set. Not quite outspeeding Extra. What a performance from him so far. Archie 50s it along with Monkey Moon. Mark to get a giga flick onto the backboard, but sure set to receive. Goes far with it. But look, moving up again. Does not want the ball to fly too far from SMPR hands.
Yeah, and what SMPR are doing really well right now is they're reading these Team BDS passes, these little touches, which they normally get to one another for an unattacked hit. SMPR are reading everything they're doing that, and when they get unattacked hits themselves, what a goal!
Archie going for the second play after he gets that boost, bumps the keeper in the net, just clears Monkey Moon away from it. There's no chance he can go and save that ball with him lurking in the background. Casio, with just a bit of a too good of a finish, goes to the opposite top corner, levels up this game for SMPR.
I mean, maybe it was a blitz and a blur, but I'm pretty sure there was an attempted double flip reset out of the BDS player's own defensive corner. So maybe trying to be a little bit too clever, but read so well by the SMPR man. And then what a finish that was from Casio. Can he double up? What a flick that is. Archie's there. It's hit the crossbar. It's hit the crossbar again. And then it finds the back of the net.
Okay, so you start with a needlessly good finish, then you go for a needlessly weird and scary finish. 1 crossbar, 2 crossbar, goal. Casio getting the second for SMPR. Neo Tokyo looking like their arena of choice.
Yeah, the goal's already flying in now. Only a minute and a half, or a minute and 45 seconds gone so far here. SMPR have turned it around. It did seem for a second that things were going against them. Might have a third. Archie up against Mark by 8, sneaks it under him. And Extra has to just slam on the brakes to make sure he doesn't score an own goal there. We've all scored own goals like that, but Extra was too smart.
Archie, they're the last one in the back. Does get intercepted with the pinch from Mark by 8. And the ball ends up falling to Casio in the opposite back right corner. Short set cannot beat Monkey Moon to the ball. Extra to drop it down, but Archie, goal line from the backboard to save.
Casio almost doing the exact same thing that Extra managed to avoid as well. We've been near to a couple of own goals here. Yet to see any. We have seen a huge bump there, though. Casio just smushes the ball around the backboard. Still chances. Extra beats Chaussette. You can tell the players are starting to get a little bit tired. The touch is becoming a little bit more loose. And on the attack, they're not quite finding their passes in the same way they were earlier. This is where these players have to compete, have to step up and fight, have to maybe get this shot on target in the case of Mark by 8. There's Extra. He scores it.
Doesn't look tired now as he gets that open net into the top corner. Archie's being outsped by Mark by 8. Chaussette does rotate round to get the challenge along with Extra, but he is just not fast enough. And whoever goes through from this, you can't nap. There's still a grand finals to play against Endpoint. It's going to be a huge one. I don't want anybody to miss that, so just bear in mind there's still a lot of Rocket League to come. 2 minutes on this clock, 2 apiece, and potentially SMPR winning it here with BDS fighting for that Game 7.
Oh, but BDS could be about to take this lead. Monkey Moon on his opponent's backboard is looking really dangerous there. Look at him adjust the pace again. It's what BDS are doing better. Extra hits the post. Is anybody flying in? Not on this occasion. Archie booms it towards Mark by 8. I say booms it. Gets it as far as he possibly can do from that angle. And SMPR just try and take a touch. They're air dribbling the ball away. The BDS are meeting them in the air every single time. And to me, they're winning more of these aerial challenges. And I think Archie was bumped into that one by his teammate.
I'm not sure. I didn't even quite see. I was looking
too quick.
Yeah, it's just a ridiculous series of players. A minute 30 remains. Mark by 8 on that right-hand side with no boost, though. Just gives the ball back up to Archie. His turn now to bombard the blue half of this pitch. Extra onto the bad ball. Can he get the double down? He certainly attempts it. But Chaussette with a fantastic block away.
What a touch that was, though, from Mark by 8. Just to get himself back into the play, make sure his car landed at an angle to send that ball back towards the SMPR goal. Archie can dribble this one, but it's another really good read from Extra and a demo from Mark by 8. 2, in fact. Then from our Extra on Casio. It won't lead to any chances for Team BDS, but I think without those demos, there might have been a counter-attacking chance from SMPR that never happened.
Both these sides utterly inseparable as we enter the last 45 seconds. Archie has to save away an air dribble from Monkey Moon. Onto the backboard now. Finds himself being beaten by Chaussette, but it's just been BDS pressure time and time again. Casio up with a huge jump into the midfield to clear the ball away. Just needs any amount of pressure, quite frankly, on the BDS net. Otherwise, they want the reset off the overtime. Monkey Moon, back left, finds nobody in the midfield apart from a SMPR defender. Double commit, but nothing too bad for BDS. Casio wants to get the final chance to be on SMPR. Back right corner, Archie to the midfield, but so much safe play as SMPR playing for that overtime.
Yeah, looking desperate for it. They need this reset, but maybe they will have one final chance of their own. Not on this occasion. The ball is faked, the ball is left, and we are left with an overtime in Game 6. The stakes couldn't possibly be higher. BDS need this next goal to stay in the competition and keep up their streak of winning at least one regional every single EU split since the start of RLCS. It's a better start to the overtime for SMPR, but BDS now have control of the ball.
Extra onto the left-hand side of the backboard finds Casio, who now has to challenge off against Extra, who sent the ball there initially. Chaussette challenge with Monkey Moon, with no other touch coming in, it leaves Archie with a free hit. BDS are just instantly attacking the orange half of the pitch. Just straight away, they are going as hard as they physically can on SMPR, and they're certainly looking worse for wear. I see this being a BDS victory, quite frankly.
I'm not sure. SMPR have won games so far like this before where they've had to defend for plenty of time before finally getting their chance. So if any team right now can keep BDS out when they're playing like this, it is going to be SMPR, but not if they're missing the ball there like Casio was. A lovely little touch past him to the backboard. That one goes of Extra. Archie from the side, the hero yet again for SMPR. Now here's Mark by 8. He can finish it. He shoots it to the backboard. Monkey Moon there. Casio gets the block. And this one is just going to fall, I think, to Chaussette. But look at BDS lingering and waiting. The Sharks waiting for the diver to jump in the pool. I don't know where that one went, but I don't know where this game is going either. It's just ridiculous.
Like, you could have saved it if you just said ocean instead of pool. It was so close.
I stand by it.
Yeah, I respect that a lot. Casio wanting to find Archie on the right-hand side. Doesn't manage to because Extra manages to get himself in the way. But with a couple of boost steals coming in the way of SMPR, this could be a chance. Marbayo fluffing the save. Archie fluffing the shot. Chance for Chaussette to shoot on target this time as Marbayo hit out of the way again. Archie has to go low with it.
Save.
What a save from Extra. Casio blocking time and time again.
Extra had to pick up 12 boost on the way to that save and then use the trajectory of his car to then leap up, somehow get something on the ball. The calculations that he did there, utterly brilliant.
Chance now, Castillo slows the game down as it gets lofted high. We reset mentally as Archie gains possession. Misses it completely. Short set at the back. Very low boost. Monkey Moon has read that.
Extra. He goes towards that back wall right now. Monkey Moon's trying to close Archie down. That was really scary. That's not what your teammates need. But your teammates do need some more demos like this. But then Monkey Moon sweeps up Chaussette after he taken out a BDS player.
Archie having so much initiative to go for these bumps and demos on the back when BDS don't even expect him to be there. Will he be able to shoot this one now? Does manage to get a touch to it. Goes round extra, but the nose to it. Sends it to the corner. Archie goes to the pass instead of the shot, but Castillo not far forward enough. How does the boost fall here? Because this could be the next 30 seconds of goal. Castillo removes Mark by 8 from his defensive position and gets the ball back into the blue half. Archie to 50 it. Flies to that right wall. 3 minutes in this overtime. Semper with a win gives them grand finals.
Oh, Archie, he shoots there, but Monkey Moon should be able to save this one, and Mark by 8 can just keep his car behind. But Semper's backline has moved forward so much. They are but one flick away from overcommitting, and maybe that is the overcommit. Monkey Moon desperately trying to steer this ball around the corner. He gets it, he gets the shot, but it's just into the near post. Is anybody following up? No. Chaussette was there. Extra turned it down. BDS almost had their moment, and it was patience of their own that got them it. Then a pre-jump from Extra Monkey Moon to finish, but his shot's not there. And this time again, Chaussette with the save. Unbelievable scenes, and we're still in overtime.
17 shots for Team BDS, the SMPR Esports 5. 10 of them coming from Extra. An unbelievable offensive performance so far from BDS, and yet the saves from SMPR stay secure. On that back line, Extra finds himself with a 100 boost, pings it far with that mid boost as well, but Castillo returns the favor, sends it all the way back into the blue half.
Great touch there from Monkey Moon, and he's also got the 50-50 win as well. Is he following this one with a bump or a dunk or something? Not quite, but Extra's going to come in, maybe get that 11th shot on target. Desperate for this winning goal is the Frenchman. A double miss there. Both players blocking each other out. Not going to be dunked and give away anything silly. That was so good. Chaussette, he can finish it. He does finish it. Chaussette have done it. And for the first time, we will go an entire regional without a BDS victory.
Castillo finds Chaussette, who hunts down that victory for SMPR Esports. And that is so well played